We got this, man. We got this by the ass.
When watching one of your favorite movies, it's easy to have a biased opinion when it comes to casting decisions, because it's tough to imagine anyone else playing certain characters. Perfect example of that would be Jack Nicholson in The Shining. For the vision that Kubrick had for the film version of Jack Torrance, he was lucky he got his first choice. Anyway, I digress a little, but that was my long-winded segue into how I thought everyone in Dawn of the Dead were perfectly cast, and each time I watch this movie, I have a favorite I'll latch onto for that particular viewing. This time around, my favorite is Roger, we got this by the ass DeMarco. Roger is part of a Philly-based SWAT team and friends with Stephen Flyboy Andrews, a helicopter pilot and traffic reporter. Everybody knows how it pans out. Stephen, his girlfriend who works at the TV station, Roger and Peter, another SWAT team badass, all decide to flee in the traffic chopper and take refuge in a giant mall overrun with zombies. I won't review the plot as I've already covered it in another video. Peter was the clear leader of the group. He knew what to do, called the shots, and was a natural to do so under the circumstances. Roger was like the perfect soldier. He could put a round in a flea's ass at 200 yards. He was disciplined, grounded, and lived the moral codes of the SWAT team to serve and protect. For where they ended up, he should have been called the best mall cop in all the land. But something came over him not long after they arrived at the mall. I mean, he was still pulling his own weight and acting in the best interests of the two occupants who were not SWAT team members with expert rifle capabilities. But something in his manner just seemed to shift a little. He seemed almost too eager and easily yee-hawed. I think the whole place got to him fast, and he was headed for what we call in the business a Section 8. Which I know was a military designation for discharges issued to personnel deemed unfit to serve. But this is a SWAT team member, he carries a rifle, so screw it, he's a Section 8. On their second day at the mall, they see some trucks nearby and decide to hotwire them and use them to block the doors to the mall. This is where we see Roger fully show that he was a few sandwiches short of a picnic, and it was only a few minutes later that his recklessness ends up costing him his life, when those hungry hippos finally sink their teeth into him, infecting him with the zombie strain. In short, he's screwed, which really pissed off Peter because now he's stuck with the new recruit. He does last for a few days anyway, enough for them to finish securing the mall and then cart all the extinguished zombies to the freezer room. They then spend the day exploring the mall, eating food, trying on clothes, playing video games before wandering back upstairs where Roger, in his final agonizing hours, tells Peter that he's gonna try not to come back. A touching scene of the highest order. He does, of course, reanimate, something that was beyond his control, and Peter puts a slug right between his eyes for a quick lights out. He was given a small, dignified funeral and laid to rest in a garden area on level 1. It was easy to predict Flyboy's death. As soon as he taught Fran how to fly that chopper, and she turned down his marriage proposal, I figured he was fucked. I knew Peter would last to the end, that was a given, but I was surprised they offed Roger so soon after getting to the mall. Figured they would have at least kept him around for a week or so, or even keep the whole gang together until the biker gang showed up and Roger and Flyboy could have limped together towards that fake wall they built. Still, a great movie either way. Throughout the film, Roger faces the harsh realities of survival. His willingness to take risks for the group's safety ultimately leads to moments of sacrifice, emphasizing the costs of survival. His eventual infection and decline serve as a bitter commentary on the inevitability of death and loss in a world filled with chaos, reinforcing the bleak outlook on survival. Roger is a complex character whose journey encapsulates the struggles of maintaining humanity in a post-apocalyptic world. His bravery, compassion, and tragic arc contribute significantly to the film's exploration of survival, community, and the human condition in the face of overwhelming odds.